Guys, hi. Hi. It has been so freaking long since I have sat down and made a YouTube video, and I don't know what to say. Life. I'm still here. I'm still doing YouTube videos. I'm still in Sweden. I mean, I survived my first Swedish winter. We made it. It's almost summer. You see, I don't even remember how to be on a YouTube video. I'm just rambling on and on and on. But I wanted to come and do this video because last time I did a Q&A, I had just hit 1,000 subscribers. And now I have almost 13,000 subscribers. So thank you to all of you who have subscribed. If you haven't done so, then please go ahead and subscribe now. I'm very excited. This is big because I feel like YouTube is so hard to grow, and a lot of people just give up after reaching 1,000 or something, and this has been a ton of hard work and learning a lot of video editing and I've learned everything on my own how to do this. So just hard work pays off, and thank you truly to all of you who have been watching and subscribing and commenting, except for you guys who have been commenting mean things. Stop it. Stop doing that. Not nice. But for everyone else, thank you so much, and I hope you continue to enjoy this channel. And I'm going to continue to make more videos, and I'm going to do better at posting because I've really missed it. So let's get back to YouTube. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. However, let me just say this. I have locked myself out of my TikTok account. And I have almost 60,000 followers on TikTok, so it's not like a small account that I'm just whatever, I'll make a new one. Hell no! That took a long time and a lot of effort, and I need to get back in it. But getting into today's video, I wanted to do a Q&A because there's so many new subscribers here. So I asked you guys on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, go follow Kim's in Sweden. I asked you for your questions, and I'm going to answer them during this video. So without any further ado, because there's been a lot of rambling, let's get started with these questions. Yes, I have a Karen water bottle. And yes, it's amazing, and yes, it keeps your water ice cold. Now, a lot of these questions have to do with Sweden and myself, since I am living in Sweden, but just prepare yourself for a lot of information about Sweden. I'm going to start with, why did you decide to move to Sweden? So I moved to Sweden because my partner, who is my fiance, lives in Sweden. So we did a long-distance relationship for a few years before I ultimately moved to Sweden. But yeah, the reason for me moving here is for my partner, for love, and a lot of Americans that I meet here are here for the same reason. A lot of expats are here for the same reason. It's rare. I think I've only met one other American who moved here because of a job, but most expats that I meet here came here for the same reason, for their relationship. The next question is, what's one thing that you like from Sweden that you cannot get in the US? That I can't get in the US. That's a tough question because I feel like we have everything. Yeah, I don't know. I even know a woman who owns a Swedish bakery in the US. It's called Bageriet in Hackensack, New Jersey. And it's really, really good if you want to try some Swedish desserts. But the point of me saying that is we even have we have princess torta, we have the chocolate cake, we have a lot of the things from Sweden are available in the US. So the one thing that I will say is, it's not really a thing, but one thing that about Sweden that I just didn't get the same feeling in the US is the summertime here in Sweden. Everyone comes alive and everyone's outside all the time, and there's so many activities going on, and people are at cafes. And in the US, I mean, I was living in Los Angeles, so it was kind of summer all year round. So there wasn't this special feeling in the summer like there is here in Sweden. And I think that feeling is a really, really nice feeling that I've never had in the US during summer. Of course, growing up as a kid, you're off from school in the summer, so there is that like excitement. But as an adult, I haven't had the same like summer feeling in the US that I have here in Sweden. So I'll say that. I'll say this, the summer feeling. The next question is, how has your personal growth transformed since you started this journey? So I'm going to assume the journey is me moving to Sweden. So it has developed so much. I used to be afraid of everything. Like when I was younger, I was that child who was afraid of everything. I was afraid to talk to strangers. I was afraid to sleep in my own bedroom at night. I slept with my parents for a long time, longer than one should. But as I grew up, I became more open and I became more extroverted, I guess. But moving to a new country is something that will just totally transform you. And I have realized that nothing is as hard as it seems. Like, if you think of something, if you think of the big picture, it's easy to get overwhelmed. So it's easy to think like, oh my God, how do you move to a new country? It's so much to do, blah, blah, blah. But if you just take it one step at a time, as I did, start with first a residence permit, then start with, okay, now you're here, now you have to go get a residence card, then you can apply for a job, then you can do this. Just taking it one step at a time, I have realized that nothing is actually that hard and you can do it. Like, I feel like I truly can do like anything that I set my mind to now. And I can also relate that to like starting a YouTube channel and starting a TikTok and doing social media. You know, like I didn't know how to do any of this. I didn't know how to edit videos. I didn't know how to upload to TikTok. I didn't know how to monetize videos. And basically YouTube is your best friend because you can Google or you can search how to do anything and there's videos, you can look on Google, you can read articles. So I have also learned to really learn things on my own, learn how to do them and just read and gather the information and then you can like do it. The next question is, how long did you have to wait to get a visa and move to Sweden, and what visa did you get? So I got the family visa, it's called, since I'm living with my partner, and I applied. It took about, okay, so I applied and then it took 6 months for me to hear anything, and then after 6 months I got a notification to schedule my interview, because I had to do an interview at the Swedish Embassy in Washington, D.C. And then after that interview, I got the decision exactly 1 week later. So it took a little over 6 months. And I know some people wait much longer. So I'm very grateful that it only took that long. How's your Swedish coming along? I'm also American and study Swedish. Nice. Det går bra, men jag kan förstå jättemycket, men jag kan inte prata så mycket. And I also feel very shy when I speak Swedish. I was signed up for SFI classes, but then I started working, so I took myself off the list. But I have to sign up again for like evening classes because I really need to learn Swedish. I can understand a lot, but I can't understand everything. And I think that would help a lot with like feeling more like this is home when you can actually fully understand everything. Someone said, do you speak any Swedish? Ja, jag kan prata svenska. Hej, jag heter Kim och jag bor i Malmö och jag är 32 år gammal. Jag vet inte vad jag ska säga. Jag kan säga lite, men jag kan inte prata hela dagen. What's your favorite thing about Sweden is the next question. My favorite thing about Sweden is... favorite thing. It just feels like a secure place. Like everything works really well. Like the buses come on time. There's apps to schedule your ticket, to buy tickets. Like everything just works. I don't know how to say it exactly, but it's just like a smooth place. Just, you know that if you go to a place for an appointment, you're gonna have the appointment on time. Like, you get texts to remember your doctor's appointments. Like, everything is just really smooth and like works really well. Will you do another get-together like you did last year? Oh, so last summer I created a women's meetup in the park, in Folkets Park here in Malmo, because I needed some friends. And a lot of people said they could come, but then they couldn't come. So one person wound up coming, and she's awesome. So I don't know if I'm gonna do another one. I'm not sure. I will see. I don't have any plans to do one right now, but if I do, I will definitely announce it on Instagram. So if you're interested, be sure to follow me on Instagram. Do your parents visit you in Sweden? My parents have never been to Sweden. They've never been to Europe, and it's very sad. And I wish that they can come soon and visit me because I miss them a lot, and I would love to show them my new life, or my life here in Sweden, and show them around and show them my apartment and everything, because I think they would really love it. And I think it would also make me feel more like my home here when I know that my family knows how I'm living, because basically nobody actually knows how I'm living. They just see me like on YouTube and see me through FaceTime. Thoughts about staying in Sweden the rest of your life or moving back to the US one day? I can't say I will never move back to the US. Right now I'll stay in Sweden, but I truly don't know what the future holds, and I'm a really bad person with planning. I'm very spur of the moment type of person. So my plan is to get super rich and then move back to the US, because I think the US is a great place to live if you're rich. But to live as a person, like working a normal 9 to 5 and making average money now, it's hard because rent is extremely high. Everything is extremely expensive right now in the US, and everything is going up except for the wages. So right now to live in the US is just like very expensive, I think. So once I'm rich, one day I will move back to sunny Los Angeles, to sunny California, and hopefully that's my plan. Can you tell me about visiting places in Skåne? I am new in Malmo. So there's some places. There's a cool place called Delby Stenbrott that I actually made a vlog at. And it's fun to go over the summer because it's like a big man-made lake, and you can swim in it and you can jump off the cliffs. So that's really fun. Ystad in Malmo, and Ystad is really nice, and they have a really nice beach. It's a town. It's about 45 minutes from Malmo. They have a really nice, what's it called, spa on the beach that you can go and have lunch at, or you can go to the spa also. But you can have lunch there, and then there's a swimming beach and stuff right there, and the town itself is also really cute. There's a place called Knebbekshuset that's a really nice beach near Simrishamn, and you will be shocked that it's Sweden. The beach looks like you're in the Philippines or something. It's like white sand and crystal clear water. It is so beautiful. After all these years, do you enjoy Sweden? I do enjoy Sweden. I think during the winter, it's so boring. And in general, it's much different than the US, which I'm used to. The culture is different. The people are different. Everything is different, but I am finding ways to enjoy it, and especially now that the weather's getting nicer. The summer in Sweden is amazing, but I still do get quite homesick quite often. So, yeah. Pros and cons of living in Sweden and living in the US. Pros of living in Sweden. Amazing summer. Healthcare is included. Schooling, if you want to go to college, you don't have to pay extra. You get school lunches for free. Maternity leave here is amazing, 480 days. It's generally quite safe. I mean, there's no school shootings and mall shootings and mass shootings and things like that. Of course, people are gonna say, oh my god, what are you talking about? You live in Malmo, it's so dangerous. Of course, there are shootings everywhere in the world, let me clarify. But in the US, nothing compares to the US. It's effed up right now. Okay, so now pros of living in the US. You have basically any choice where you want to live because you can move from state to state, and there are endless weather options. You can live in sunny California near the beach, you can live in the snowy mountains of Colorado, you can live in the deserts of Arizona, you can live in the cities of New York or Chicago. So wherever you want to live, you can move to it easily. So that, I think, is a pro. Another pro, in my opinion, is the culture and the people are much more open and friendly than in Sweden. And it's way easier to make friends. It's way, way easier to make friends in the US. Another pro of living in the US is that there's like so many blended cultures. So there's like endless options of everything. There's like tons of restaurants, tons of grocery stores, tons of like, there's everything from every culture. So you can experience a bit of everything without traveling too far. I think that's fun. Another pro of living in the US is just like, personally, I think it's more fun. I think the US is more fun than Sweden. Haters are gonna come for me. So those were a lot of your questions. Thank you so much for those who wrote some questions. As I said, there were a lot about Sweden, so I hope you learned a little something about Sweden and I got to share my opinions. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have topics or anything that you want to see videos on in the future, definitely leave them in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok. I hope I can get my account back. Follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Hey-do. Bye!